Nice and cold in this desert summer heat. If you want a coldest water bottle, pick one up. Link in the description. Very good water bottle. Highly recommend it. But now we must get into our discussion, all right? Hypers, if you're aware, of two content creators, Lindsay Ellis and Shaun. Shaun the Skull Man from YouTube. Well, that's going to be everybody. That's going to be literally everybody. So, for a while, I've had a few problems with Shaun. Don't get me wrong, his YouTube content is usually pretty good. I like a lot of his YouTube content. He definitely played a part in making me move more left politically. A lot of his videos did. But holy shit, is Shaun just a bad fucking person. I'm biting down on this pill, okay? And I know he's gonna subtweet me later. Shaun, I full on just believe that Shaun's just an insufferable piece of shit who makes good content, okay? It's like, he's like Soulja Boy, you know? Like Soulja Boy, I think he's made some like decent music that people like, but he's also kind of a cunt, you know? I feel like Shaun is the Soulja Boy of politics, or the Kanye. Kanye's better, because Kanye's made objectively good music. Kanye's like fucking crazy and awful, but he also makes some really good fucking music, you know? But Xander Hall, it's a Vosh take. Did Vosh say that? I don't know. Has Vosh talked about Shaun recently? I have no clue. Anyway, Shaun on Twitter is just insufferable. Absolutely insufferable. He vague tweets constantly. Every statement that he makes about any currently happening political event is either super snide or a complete subtweet, where he'll be like, well, I believe this, but I'm not going to say it strong enough that anyone can hold me accountable for the dumb shit that I said. It's really fucking annoying. Now, here's the problem for me, okay? I was able to look past this for a while because Shaun makes good YouTube content. The problem is, Shaun is British, and he's a cunt on Twitter. And honestly, those two things combined they're just, it's not, I don't know how much more I can give to Shaun. That's 3 strikes. You know, being British is 2 strikes on its own, and then being a cunt is also a 3rd strike. No. This most recent event involving Lindsay Ellis is the 3rd strike for me, okay? Who here watched my video, or anybody else's video who covered it, about Lindsay Ellis getting canceled for literally nothing? I'm not even kidding. It was literally nothing she got canceled for. Lindsay Ellis, for those that don't know, tweeted something. Did I go over the tweets in this video? I assume I went over the tweets here. Here it is. Here's the tweet. All right. Also watched Raya and The Last Dragon, and I think we need to come up with a name for this genre that is basically Avatar The Last Airbender redos. It's like half of all young adult fantasy published in the last few years anyway. People got mad at this. People got very mad about this. For no fucking reason. So, if you're a dishonest piece of shit and you read this tweet, what you would have got from it is, all I see is identity politics, so Raya is heavily inspired by Asian culture. Avatar The Last Airbender is also inspired by numerous Asian cultures. Drawing a comparison between these two things must be racist. That's what you think if you're a dishonest piece of shit when you read that tweet, okay? If you're a reasonable human being who's touched grass in the last 30 seconds, or I should say 30 years, what you read from this was, okay, Avatar The Last Airbender is an extremely influential show, and a lot of the tropes in Avatar The Last Airbender influenced a lot of other young adult media. So maybe it makes sense if we're going to draw a comparison between these two things. Now, Lindsay Ellis proceeded to be completely harassed and bullied off of Twitter, and it was absolutely fucking disgusting. And trust me, a lot of the shit that she got was based in misogyny, okay? A lot of it was based in misogyny, all right? So she deleted her Twitter, and the pieces of shit on Twitter won. So in response to this, you know, when did this happen? May 29th, you know, half a month later, Lindsay Ellis came out with a video called Mask Off, because people kept saying that this tweet was her going mask off. By the way, if this is going mask off for somebody, then you should not be going after this person, because holy shit, is there nothing under that mask to get upset about. So she made a video called Mask Off, and this is basically Lindsay Ellis's version of ContraPoint's canceling video, and I'd say they're on the same level of being phenomenal. She goes over her list of sins, because this is something you have to remember. When you get canceled on Twitter, you aren't getting canceled for what you did that people got mad at you about. You are getting canceled for that, and you're getting re-canceled for everything that you've ever done. They all save screenshots of it, and they all repost it and get it all retweeted and everything as soon, the instant you get heat for something that you did more recently, okay? So Lindsay Ellis went over her list of sins, debunked all of them, or apologized for the ones where she did mess up a little bit, but all of these were nothing worth getting all that upset about. So Lindsay Ellis also includes a discussion of experience with sexual assault, and it's very, you know, trigger warning, all of that, right? We're not going to get into that, though I do want you guys to remember that this video gets pretty fucking deep, okay? This video is... let's just say it would be in very bad taste to shit on this video. And she goes into detail about how the Twitter mobs that went after her really fucked with her mentally. So, a good person's response to this would be, okay, you messed up a bit in the past, and I understand why people were upset at you about that tweet. Maybe they misunderstood it. Maybe some were in bad faith. But I do not condone the people attacking you. It's really fucked up. The cancel culture shit can go too far a lot. Problem is, Shaun is a cowardly piece of shit. The same day, I'm not even kidding, the same exact day that Lindsay Ellis put up that video, Shaun tweets this out. I think Twitter is pretty good. A few annoying folks here and there, but a fun time for the most part. So, for starters, we all know this is a lie, okay? Twitter is the biggest mistake to ever happen, okay? Like, Twitter is comparable to the Holocaust. I'm not kidding. I think the people who created Twitter are on the same level as the Nazis. It's true. Clip it. The creators of Twitter have caused an equal amount of suffering. I believe it. What, tens of millions of people are constantly... Look, even RIP Twitter is trending right now because of what I just said, all right? Twitter is horrific, okay? This statement is, for starters, completely untrue, all right? Just completely untrue. Sorry, my balls were sticky. I wasn't jacking off. Relax. So we all know this is just, you know, dog shit take from the beginning. But when you look at when this came out, and you look at Lindsay Ellis's video when that came out, you know, the day after, a video with over 1 million views that everyone's talking about, in which she goes into detail about the harassment from the mobs of people on Twitter that she faced. Does it maybe seem like he's talking about this? This is despicable behavior from Shaun. And I'm pretty sure he is talking about Lindsay Ellis, because this is what he had to say about my debate with Lauren Southern. Not to exaggerate, but every political debate stream... Wait, was this before or after? I think this was This was after, I think. Well, technically, the debate was already coming up, so it's probably about me. I'm pretty sure this tweet is about me. Pretty sure. Not to exaggerate, but every political debate stream is pointless. Now, let's be clear here. It would perhaps be presumptuous of me to say that these tweets are about anyone in particular. That this tweet is about me, or that this tweet is about Lindsay. But anyone who is familiar with the past of Shaun's tweets and how much of a slimy little weasel he is when it comes to takes on Twitter, how much he dog whistles, he vague tweets, knows that is abso-fucking-lutely what he was doing. He is vague tweeting out the ass. He is 100% vague tweeting. All right? Now, maybe... Hold on. Am I over-exaggerating by saying this makes Shaun a piece of shit person? Maybe. But it does make him an asshole. And it is a piece of shit move to, in response to a female lefty creator, and it is relevant that she's a woman because a lot of the attacks levied against her were motivated by misogyny, for a woman who is being dogpiled by lefty Twitter right now, for him to respond to that to say, I think Twitter's actually quite good, honestly. I don't know. I don't think the Lindsay tweet comes off that bad. Lonnie, have you seen the Lindsay Ellis video? I don't know if you've seen it yet. Have you seen it? Yeah, I don't know. When you have Lindsay Ellis talking about this, like, the shit that she went through, and then his response is, I think Twitter is pretty good, because a huge part of her video was that Twitter is awful. That was the main... It's like, at best... Okay, here's what I'll give you, Lonnie. At best, this tweet is in poor taste. At best, this tweet is in poor taste. And at worst, it's him being a slimy weasel like he usually is on Twitter with his takes, and dog whistling some shitty opinion that he has. Yeah, actually, no. At best, it's just bad timing for a sarcastic tweet. No, Lonnie. Lindsay Ellis talked about how Twitter is a horrific website, and like all of Twitter, that Twitter as a platform is awful. That was one of her big points in the video. Yeah. This really disappoints me. I mean, for real, though. Like, Shaun's content on YouTube is great. Listen, I'm not telling you should unsub from Shaun. I'm not going to unsub from Shaun. Continue to watch Shaun's content. Don't get me wrong. But God, don't support his takes on Twitter, all right? Just don't fucking support his dog shit Twitter takes, okay? Like, he hasn't really made all that much content, but the content that he's made is great, and I like it. It's a little bland, it's a little dry, but I like it. It's good. It's really good content. It's informative. It's educational. It's fantastic. I love it. It's great. But God damn, Shaun, please stop being such a cunt. Stop being a cunt on Twitter. That's what I wanted to say, all right? I hope Shaun sees this video. Please stop being a cunt on Twitter. Please. Please. And I'm calling you a cunt because you're British and you guys say that word a lot, all right? I'm hoping if I speak your language, my words will come through more clearly. Or just be honest. Listen, Shaun, if you actually believe these things, just tweet it out. Just tweet out exactly what you believe and leave your opinions up for scrutiny and actually, like, allow people to see what you really believe on these subjects, okay? Come on. Be honest at least. Don't be slimy about it. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please, please, please leave a like, subscribe and ring the bell icon if you are new and you haven't already. And of course, you can pick up a coldest water bottle here, one of their products, from the link in the description. And of course, if you use my link, you get a discount. It's a good water bottle. I use it constantly. Even when I'm not sponsored, I use this water bottle. Even when I'm sitting at my desk or going to bed or on a run or at the gym, I use this water bottle. Go fucking get one. They're really, really good. On top of that, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. The link's in the description. And you can join my fan Discord. And if you want to support me financially, you can donate or sub through my website, xanderhall.com/live. Or support me financially on YouTube by donating through Super Chat or hitting the join button to become a channel member. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. Except for you, Shaun. don't have a good one until you stop being a bitch on Twitter.